What if I told you that one single game, just 4 quarters, changed the entire trajectory of Jared Goff's NFL career? That one night under the lights altered how he was seen by fans, coaches, and franchises across the league? Yeah, this isn't just another highlight reel. This is the story of how a young QB from Cal, once dubbed a bust, then crowned a Pro Bowler, found himself at a crossroads, and how one unforgettable game redefined everything. So grab your coffee, your jersey, or your fantasy football notes, because we're diving deep into how one game changed Jared Goff's career forever. The prodigy from Cal. Let's rewind a bit. Jared Goff came into the NFL as the #1 overall pick in 2016, the face of a new era for the Rams, freshly relocated back to Los Angeles. Coming out of Cal, Goff was known for his quick release, football IQ, and poise in the pocket. But college football fans know this. Cal isn't exactly a quarterback factory like Alabama or Ohio State. Goff was betting on himself. Interesting fact, in high school, Goff was lightly recruited. He didn't have that 5-star buzz, yet ended up breaking 26 school records at Cal. So when the Rams traded up to get him, the pressure was insane. Let's paint this picture. New team in LA. Media spotlight. Huge expectations. Rookie head coach in Sean McVay later on. But Goff's rookie year? Brutal. He went 0-7 as a starter, completed under 55% of his passes, and looked completely overwhelmed. Some fans called him a bust before he even played a full season. The rise under McVay, then came the McVay era. Sean McVay was hired in 2017 at just 30 years old, youngest head coach in NFL history at the time. The league wasn't sure if it was a genius move or a desperation move. Spoiler, it was genius. McVay unlocked Goff's potential almost instantly. That season, Goff threw for 800-plus yards, 28 touchdowns, and led the Rams to their first playoff appearance since 2004. Suddenly, Goff looked like a franchise QB. He made back-to-back Pro Bowls and even took the Rams all the way to Super Bowl 53. Audience prompt. Be honest, how many of you actually believe Goff would outduel Tom Brady in that Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments. But here's the thing. Even in that Super Bowl run, something didn't feel right. Goff looked great when everything clicked, but when McVay's system struggled, so did Goff. Was he thriving because he was elite or because he was in the perfect system? That question would come up again, and the answer would start to form in one key game. The game that changed everything. Rams versus Chiefs. Monday Night Football. A game that literally felt like a movie. This wasn't just a game. It was a shootout for the ages, 54-51. The third highest scoring game in NFL history. Goff threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns, including a game-winning drive in the final minutes. The guy looked clutch, calm, and electric. This wasn't McVay puppeteering a system. This was Goff making big-time throws under pressure. Anecdote. NFL films later revealed that Goff called multiple audibles late in the game without headset communication. The mic cut out. That meant Goff had to read the defense himself, adjust the play himself, and execute under the biggest pressure imaginable. And he did it. In that moment, Goff wasn't just a system QB. He was the guy, a star, or a glimpse. For a few months, it seemed like that Monday night miracle had cemented Goff as a top 5 QB. Media was all over it. Is Jared Goff the next elite quarterback? The Rams' offense is unstoppable with Goff at the helm. But then, the wheels began to wobble. In the Super Bowl against the Patriots, Goff was exposed by Bill Belichick's defense. Just 3 points. No touchdowns. Confused. Overwhelmed. It felt like we were back in his rookie year. Here's where it gets tricky. Was the M&F game a turning point or a peak? Was that the real Goff or the best-case scenario? The Rams still gave him a $134 million extension, but doubts were creeping in. The fall. Fast forward to 2020. The offense starts to stagnate. Goff throws 29 TDs and 13 INTs. Not awful, but not special. The Rams' defense, led by Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, was carrying the team. McVay's frustration with Goff became visible. Sideline body language. Press conferences full of awkward coach speak like, "We need more from that position." Then came the blockbuster trade in 2021. Jared Goff and multiple first-round picks for Matthew Stafford. Just like that, Goff was out. No farewell parade. No ceremony. Just gone. And where did he land? Detroit. Detroit disbelief. At the time, going to Detroit felt like NFL exile. The Lions were in rebuild mode. New coach, new GM, new everything. Many assumed Goff would just be a stopgap until Detroit drafted a new QB. But Goff had other plans. He embraced the challenge, took ownership, and slowly, quietly started to shine. By 2022, Goff was top 10 in most major passing categories. In 2023, he led the Lions to the NFC Championship game. Full circle. That game's legacy. So let's go back to that one game, Rams versus Chiefs, 2018. Why did it change everything? Because it proved that Jared Goff could be elite. It bought him respect, a massive contract in time. It became the reference point people used when they said, hey, don't count Goff out. Remember what he did against the Chiefs. Even now, as a leader in Detroit, that game is still in the highlight reels, still on his resume, still shaping how we talk about him. The what-if game. Let's play the hypothetical game for a second. What if Goff didn't show up that night against the Chiefs? Does he get that mega extension? Do the Rams trade him earlier? Does the league view him as anything more than a bust? That one game might have bought him years of opportunity. It's crazy how thin the margin is in the NFL. One game, one night. That's all it takes to change a narrative. Goff's redemption arc. Today, Goff is thriving in Detroit. Not just as a QB, but as a leader, a veteran, a guy who's been humbled and came back stronger. He's not the flashiest. He's not the loudest. But he's become one of the most respected quarterbacks in the league. And it all circles back to one moment that told us. This guy's got it. Audience prompt. What do you think? Was that game versus the Chiefs a fluke? Or was it the first sign of the real Jared Goff? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every single one. If you like this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit the bell so you never miss another NFL story. We've got more quarterback arcs, game breakdowns, and sports what-ifs coming your way. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the NFL, it only takes one game to change your life forever.